can do.
Best we can do with what?
Covering the garden.
Why?
Because it's going to get cold tonight.
Yeah, after Mother's Day. Good thing we've been hardening these plants for 4 weeks, huh?
Yep. We covered them with plastic containers and with sheets and with whatever else we had.
You tucked those big mater plants in like they were some kind of like, remember the movie Cocoon?
Yep.
It's kind of like what that looks like. Designer cocoons.
It's supposed to get 32 or 31 tonight.
Yep, but it's going to be in the 30s for up to 4 hours. Not much we can do about the big, huge, you know. We could do towels, but they're heavy. The flowers are just going to have to wait. Wait it out.
6 a.m. supposed to be 30 degrees.
Yep. That's going to be the coldest for 1 hour between 6 and 7 a.m. So everything's got pails on it, and then sheets, and then tarps. So we're keeping them as warm as we can. Hopefully the flowers take one good look. I have faith they'll be fine. Nature has a way of taking care of itself. Right? It's more than I can say for this turtle. You stepped on it. So it's above 40. It's 40 something. It's close to 50. And I'm gonna uncover, see what happened. I think we went down to like 28 last night. Okay, so here I go. Uncover the cocoons. First tomato plant is uncovered, and the tomatoes are fine. We've got our basil is fine. Look at that. I'm gonna have so many buckets too. This one got it a little bit, but that could be because it was touching. So I'll have to come back through and pick off all of these brown leaves. Now don't throw them out. You can dry them. Yeah, definitely because it was touching the bucket. See, this one's wider, where this one was tiny. But we had a lot of plants to cover, and those eggs are still down there. Okay, let's get going. As I'm still uncovering, lettuces are okay, basil's okay. Both of those big tomato plants are okay. Look what I just noticed. We have another tomato on the early girl. So this one is the Husky Cherry Red, and this one's the early girl. And that one over there is the heirloom beefsteak. And now we're gonna uncover the babies. So I'm about about half uncovered. And I looked over, I didn't even look at our flowers this morning. But look at him, he's happy bumbling all over the garden. I absolutely love bumblebees. They are so cute. I could just watch him all day, but everything is good. None of the flowers got hit. So see, these were all either native to here or planted here or in our local nursery. So I was a little worried, but then I'm like, no, I have faith. Everything's gonna be okay. So I guess I might as well just show you guys. The zucchini and squash are fine. I'm still uncovering. Now we had sheets and things over top of, we had buckets, and then we had 2 sheets over each one. So I'm still uncovering. Yep. I'm gonna have a major bucket list to pick up. Look at that. And there's so much condensation, so that's why it's important to get out as soon as your temperature gets up. Get those plants dried off. So far, so good. And the cucumbers, they didn't just survive, but they look amazing. And then we have our other cucumbers popping up right behind, and we did cover those with little tiny ones. Yeah, we covered those with the tiny ones. So everything looks great. The basil and the little meters that we grew in the house are all doing well. I do have to get out here and weed, but all of that lettuce is doing absolutely wonderful. Woohoo! Even this guy, I didn't cover it, but it grew back from last year, so it withstand our winter and everything. So we have some thyme growing out of here. I don't remember if I stuck that there last year. I have no idea, but looking good so far. And the sheets. So I have these 2 beds to uncover, and then I think we'll be done after I get all these buckets. Before I finish uncovering this, I just want to tell you guys that the heat coming out of this, it's nice and warm. They were toasty last night. I have no problems with this. I'll walk into the house and go get our gadget. But I'm just curious. So see, I uncovered this already, and it's 64.4. Now if we go under 71.2, and if we go here, on top of this tarp, it's 93.6, which is another reason you need to get these off in the morning. So I just wanted to kind of show that. This one's 65.8 under the tarp, 61 on top of the tarp. See, it's cooler out here and we're in the shade. 53.4. This is 54.7. So see, out here, because of the wood line, it's a little cooler. I just thought that was kind of interesting. So the bumblebee was on this guy. This plant's 58.4. Pretty cool, huh? Yep. 78.6. So we're good. Okay, so I'm still uncovering. I got that far. It's not easy by myself because I have to keep going back and forth between this side and that side. But here's our peppers. Nice and toasty warm. These are the hot portugals right here. And over here are your jalapeno. And this is our green peppers. And that over there is our Brussels sprouts. All the little sprouts of carrots are up and looking good, and our radishes and more carrots out there. Our kale has grown a lot. We have another strawberry coming over the border into cow land. See if we can't pop that back through the other side. We got onions and our eggplants. I'm still uncovering our eggplant. Now, as you can see, the onions are about ready to flower. And today is May 18th. Yep. So see, we even use coffee cans, not just the buckets. But everything looks good. It's a little dark in there, but everything looks good. So I've got bucket brigade, buckets galore. So I'm putting everything back inside of each other, and I'll organize that later. So it's good to keep your planter buckets, right? And I always say to myself, oh, why do I keep all these things? Well, this is why, people. This is why. So, look at that color. I love that poppin' pink, red, radish stem color. All right. So again, I go to this side, I gotta watch my eyes, and then I have to go to the other side. Okay, so I've been dusting these off because the tarp was a little dirty and we got a little dirt on our potatoes. So I'm just kind of lightly being the wind and kind of just getting all this off. That way we don't have any little grass or dirt and all that debris. See, got all this little debris there. So we just kind of go through and just lightly touch and be the wind. So this somehow got off from this and into the middle of the bed where it sat there. So there's one little tomato leaf that, I don't know if it's broke or if it got bent, but that's our big catastrophe over the 28-degree weather here in the Adirondacks. Pretty happy. Looking good. Well, besides the mess. So I gotta do the beans. This is just one of those carpets that we had on the back patio. And then, so we did those and then we did a tarp. So let's get this uncovered. So I wanted to show you guys, if you don't have, you know, you can use cups. You can use your planter boxes. And you can also use your state-of-the-art cardboard box. And that covered too, because we ran out of things to use. So tomato plants out here are okay, so they can get staked back up. We did good, people. We did good. Thank you, God. Yes. Okay, everybody. I got the stakes back in, but have not clipped all the tomatoes to the stakes yet. And I don't like staking tomatoes, but that's how we're gonna do it in the bed. So I gotta get more string from the house, or I might find some out here, but I doubt it. It's probably in the house, of course. So got some of them done. I come out here and I got one more bucket to get. And again, because some of the containers had dirt, I come over and get it all off. So yeah, we're looking pretty good. Green beans are happy. So here pretty soon, we're gonna be in the 80s for like, well, as far as I can see out on the weather. So last night was definitely, I say this, last night was definitely our last night, but we'll see. We will see. But yeah, everything is absolutely beautiful. So this is a volunteer fern from the woods. I don't know how it traveled all the way over here. Critters and just nature's way. Our chives are getting their blooms soon. They're ready to pop open. I just love nature. Our citrus mint is sprouting everywhere, even right up the stairs. Our thyme. I know this is just an intricate little flower, but the way it grows and the way it flows in the wind and the way this year the fern volunteered to grow there alongside with it. Looks like a bouquet that you would set on your table. And the coral bells, an overgrown clover, phlox. Our roses, we did not cover them at all. They are absolutely beautiful. And we probably will have to eventually move our blackberry. We got blackberries all out there through the woods, and we did get some up by the house. So the Midnight Masquerade alongside of the purple phlox, sage, thyme, spearmint, strawberries, lilies, buglewort, lungwort, catching fire, artemisia, the silver mound. It's just stunning to come out here after that was a pretty hard freeze. Yep. Of course, we got luckier than some. Some got a lot colder. And it's Marshmallow Man, Lewis, said that he was going to be getting, I think, 2 degrees or -2. Dude, I hope everything worked out okay for you. So I got to pick up my bucket mess and my sheets and the tarps and the patio carpets, but it works. So Bigfoot and I worked together. We did it pretty fast considering, but every single one of these plants either shared a bucket or had its own individual bucket. We had buckets tree size, like when you buy a tree, and then we had buckets all the way down to these cute little guys right here. So for the little tiny seedlings, you know, like these little guys, everything matters. So we just made sure that everything had its own bucket, or if something was close, it shared a bucket. Whew. All right. Well, that's our journey so far with Lake Fairy and Bigfoot's garden.